Sober October, day 22. Help from others. You cannot do life alone. You, on your own, by yourself, by your own might and effort, cannot handle everything life throws at you. God didn't design us this way, and when Jesus says, "Follow me," he didn't intend that we would do it on our own. This is why I like to say, whatever it is we're doing, we do it with the help of God and others. I'm sober with the help of God and others. I'm recovering with the help of God and others. I'm no longer Andy from several years ago. I've been changed with the help of God and others. With the help of God and others, there is power and life is more manageable. But on my own, I'm powerless and life is unmanageable. You don't always hear that relying on others for help is a good thing or a strength. You usually hear the opposite. Independence and self-sufficiency and self-reliance are all considered virtues, but most people, especially men who are struggling with compulsive behaviors, alcohol abuse, addiction, they are isolated, and independence, self-sufficiency, and self-reliance is what has failed them. We simply were not designed or intended to navigate life alone. We need help from others, and if you're struggling with alcohol or really anything else, and you're isolated, meaning you're not known by anyone else, you're not letting other people know you, who you really are, or even care for you or empathize with you, any of that. If you're isolated, you're not getting help. You will most likely keep struggling. Letting people know us and help us is truly a game changer. And it's really how recovery works. We go to meetings with others. We work the steps with others, a sponsor, other people in the meetings. We check in regularly with others. It's passed on from person to person, and that's how it's been for 90-ish years. So it's not just steps we take, it's the step we take while we're relying on God and other people for help. And if you're looking for help, the best person to help you is a safe person. Now, I did an entire podcast series on safe people. You can check those out. They're linked in the description. It's specifically episodes 11 through 16. Safe people have certain attributes that help you move forward, heal, grow, and make wise choices, deal with shame, all of that. Safe people, they can handle our stuff. They can handle the truth and the reality of who we are without condemning or rejecting us. This is how I define safe people. Safe people are trustworthy, and safe people respond with grace, acceptance, understanding, and empathy. We can trust them because they do what they say they'll do. Simply put, their actions match their words. They're trustworthy. Understanding. Safe people can comprehend what we're going through, our struggles, our stuff. They understand what it means to be human, and that struggling is part of life. Some of the safest and most understanding people I've met have been in recovery. They get me. Safe people connect with others in their shared experience of being human. Empathy. Safe people understand what we're feeling. Empathy is often described as being able to feel others' feelings. That doesn't mean if someone is raging, a safe person also starts feeling anger and starts raging. It means they sense the anger. They know what it's like to be angry. They can see into the situation and know what it's like to be in it. They can let themselves experience what it would be like. In order to do this, safe people are emotionally mature. Some of the safest and most empathic people I know are in recovery. They've had to deal with their emotions because there's typically a lot of emotional immaturity that supports addiction and abuse. And when you deal with that stuff in recovery, you grow and you develop empathy. Safe people connect to others on an emotional and an intimate level. Grace. Responding with grace means treating people with respect and valuing them, regardless of what they've done, regardless of who they are. When we talk about grace from the perspective of us and God, God shows us grace, which is typically interpreted as unmerited favor. He shows us favor. He treats us with love, kindness, even though we don't deserve it. He actually treats us as the opposite of what we deserve. When we're shown grace from someone else, they're not treating us how we might deserve given the situation we're in or the circumstances or what we've done. They're just showing us grace. They're treating us a certain way that shows love, respect, value. And that's because they see through our actions what we've done, what we said, whatever. They say through that, and they see us as human beings, flawed but loved, tainted by sin and shame, yet valuable. Recovery is full of people with a lot of grace. They don't look at me as less than. They look at me as a human. And a safe person can handle whatever we share, whatever we do, because they know our true value. Safe people connect with others because they value them. Acceptance. Accepting someone means not rejecting them. Accepting is about letting someone be human, be flawed, be messy in your presence without pushing them away. It's the ability to tolerate someone who might be different, might be wrong, might be difficult. I'm not talking about agreeing with or supporting or condoning what people do. I'm talking about accepting someone as a person, regardless of if you agree or disagree with their beliefs, their opinion, whatever, regardless of if you support their choices or condone their actions. Safe people accept us regardless of these things, instead of rejecting us and pushing us away. I found that in recovery, there is a high tolerance for everything, meaning people are accepted regardless of what they've done. They're seen as valuable, they're seen as people who need help, and they're loved unconditionally. A safe person sees others as neither better nor worse than them, and so they treat them accordingly. There really is no ego when it comes to a safe person. It's acceptance rooted in humility. Safe people see others as fellow travelers on this journey in life that are equally flawed, messy, and difficult. Safe people see others as companions walking the path of life with all its challenges and its ups and its downs. There's no pride in this type of acceptance. So safe people can connect with others regardless of difficulties, struggles, differences. So, recap, safe people are trustworthy. They respond to us with grace, acceptance, understanding, and empathy. In order to heal and grow and deal with things like shame and all these issues in our life, you need safe people. You need safe people because they enable you and encourage you and help you move along the path, change, and deal with whatever you're going through. So a couple questions to wrap this up. Do you have anyone in your life that is safe? Can you talk to them? Will you talk to them? Recovery groups are full of these types of people. Counselors can typically be safe, as can pastors and leaders. Just don't base your idea of safety on the role or the title, but on how people act towards you. Whether they show the grace, the empathy, the compassion, the understanding, the acceptance. Are they trustworthy? All of that. That is how we find safe people. If someone has these qualities, they're safe and they're a good candidate to bring into your life to know you and help you. That's it for today. I hope this gave you more perspective on what it means to maybe deal with your issues, deal with struggles that you're going through, and how approaching them alone, it's probably not going to work for you. It didn't work for me. And once I turned to others for help, that's when things really started to take off for me. So hope it helps you. As always, thank you for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.